Hidden Object Guru here with week 7 of my year of Bigfish. Perhaps the weakest week we've had from Bigfish Games. Although last week, the week I took off, featured Hidden vs. the Iron Tower. By far the most annoying game I've played yet this year, because it was a sequel to a game I despised. So that wasn't great either. It was absolutely the right week to take off. Anyway, our first day of the week had Noir Chronicles: City of Crime, which of course we already played and loved, but wasn't a new game. Then was Heroes of Hellas 4, Birth of a Legend, which was a matching game about drawing a link between like-colored objects that I found far more compelling than I thought I would. I was ready to dump out of this one after 10 minutes, but I ended up playing for most of the demo time, so way to go, Heroes of Hellas. There's something I'm going to consider later on. After that was Delicious, Emily's Moms vs. Dads Collector's Edition, which was a time management game with so much furious clicking. I feel like this is something that works better on a tablet than it does with a mouse, because there is a lot of moving from one side of the screen to the other. But, you know, just a relaxing story about parents arguing over who does more work with their children, even though it's obviously the mother who does. Maybe there's a twist later in the story, but I didn't see that coming. Then we had another time management game, New Yankee and King Arthur's Court 4, which pretty standard time management stuff here. Nothing to really draw me in. It opened with a Wizard of Oz type deal where you land on an evil warlord and then have to take over his land, so that was cute, but didn't really impress me. What did impress me was Mystery of the Ancients Black Dagger, which is an urban fantasy game about a Sauron-type figure disappearing into a dagger way back in the past, and then an elf in the present day. That's right, an elf in our present day, running around with the dagger, trying to stab people who had defeated the Dark Lord the first time, so we can bring Sauron back to life. It was a really fantastic hidden object game. Great screens, great puzzles, a feature so you can go back and click on any screen where you missed a collectible so you can find the collectible later, which I've only ever seen that in Mad Head Games before and Bonfire Legends. I think it was Bonfire Stories? Bonfire Stories, the Faceless Gravedigger, which, when are we getting another one of those, guys? Anyway, really impressive. Mystery of the Ancients, Black Dagger. Check back here for me playing the rest of the game soon. Then, of course, on Saturday, we had another rerun, Dark Romance Winter Lily, which is an impressive as hell game, but we've already played it. And today, oof, Forgotten Fairy Tales, Canvases of Time. Let's just say this is like a placeholder hidden object game. You play a guardian who protects 2 worlds, and then a villain started a 3rd world, but the 3rd world is literally the most generic fantasy setting imaginable. It's just like there's a plague doctor and a centaur and trolls, and ugh, it was not impressive to anybody. It was just kind of there as fantasy hidden object games go. I mean, I could see myself finishing it if I'd literally played every other game in my 200 game hidden object game backlog, but that might be damning with faint praise. So hopefully next week is a little better, and I will see you back here for a recap of that next Sunday. But until then, thanks for watching, and au revoir.